Okay, hello, my name is Royse. I'm a pancreatic cancer patient. I was diagnosed almost 2 years ago this month and currently have clear scans NED. And I'm coming to you to talk about the cancerpatientlab.org and all the things that I've learned as a patient during my diagnosis and treatment and the things that I think that might be useful to you. So this is the first and an introductory video in a series of short videos that we're going to post on various aspects of treatment. I'm going to tell you about my story, what I was like pre-diagnosis, how I got diagnosed, what I had to go through to get a good diagnosis, and what that process is like. I will tell you about the standard of care treatment that I received, as well as all the things that I did beyond standard of care, including off-label drugs and some of the contraindications to not only the off-label drugs, but to the standard of care therapies that I was asked to take. We'll talk about alternative therapies that I took: NK cell expansion, dendritic cell expansion, ferroptosis, and I'll probably spend most of my time talking about what is been in the press the most lately, which is cancer vaccines. Even though the concept is not new, in fact, it's probably been since 1890 that there was first a cancer vaccine, depending how you define that term, introduced to fight cancer. But it's certainly gotten a lot more sophisticated now, and I am, even now as I speak, currently undergoing a series through a clinical research trial of cancer vaccines. We'll talk about some of the diagnostics, the STAMP report, the NGS, the proteomics, and all the indications and how to make sense of that and where maybe to go to find those sorts of reports and those sorts of tests. Most of all, I want to talk about personalized medicine and how to beat this disease, or at least extend survival and, I guess, detain it and possibly even turn it into a chronic disease. We really have to have personalized solutions. And I'll tell you about my solution or my story, what I do in terms of personalized medicine, and what I've learned from talking to other cancer patients and especially other survivors about personalized medicine and what they did to extend their survival. I will maybe talk a little bit about clinical trials, and I definitely want to spend some time on something that doesn't get enough airtime on this topic, which has been termed financial toxicity. All right, you've heard of the toxicity from the cancer, toxicity from the chemo drugs. There's also financial toxicity. What do I mean by that? I mean the cost of a cancer diagnosis, what it does to your employment status, and what the law does to protect you on this. We'll talk about disability laws, the ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act, insurance aspects, dealing with the FDA, which is oftentimes not your friend in this scenario, and also the possibility of international or foreign treatments, which is maybe what you'll have to do. It certainly is what I had to do. And then finally, I do want to talk about the resources for cancer patients. Not only is there the cancerpatientlab.org, which everybody should check out. It is a patient-driven forum where we have speakers every week. We have oncologists, we have researchers, we have scientists, and we have patients who share their experiences. They let you know what worked for them, what didn't work, and you'll get some very good information there that you just be very difficult to find anywhere else. And personally, I also want to talk about my experiences with the other supporting organizations. PanCan in particular is very, very helpful. The Sina Megowitz Foundation for pancreatic cancer has been very helpful. ANCAN, Let's Win Pancreatic Cancer, and Triage Cancer, all helpful resources. And also the major institutions all have their own support groups, and it's worth mentioning the benefits of being involved in that. And then in terms of resources, I'm also going to talk a little bit about some of the other resources that are out there for patients. Cancer Commons, Heal Navigator, how to get second opinions. The Cleveland Clinic has a second opinion program. Massive Bio, Liel Health. There's several of them out there. I'm going to mention a few of them here that I've reached out to in my experience. So thank you for listening. I hope you'll join me as we go through and I discuss my experience. This is Royse, cancerpatientlab.org.